after what we saw in certainly this game and the one we saw before. Is Florian Wirtz not making the impact, Jan, that I think many thought he would?
No, and that is a fair point. He's been a part of invincible. You can see when he gets the game, he do the Wirtz things, but he hasn't found his way as, for example, a Kitike. Same with Šeško. I mean, we can't discuss how long these Bundesliga players need to adapt to English football, but he somehow hasn't found his positions in there. And I was sitting last night to compare. I was seeing the runs of Ekitike. I was seeing the runs of Florian Wirtz, while Wirtz was finding, he was not in the game. He was not in the team somehow. But Ekitike just found his position. Hey, give me the ball. I want the ball. This is where I want the ball. This is my run. I want the ball here. While Florian Wirtz is more or less searching for, shall I say, quote, quote, identity, his place in the team. So far, not so good from Florian Wirtz.
Ali, you saw a lot of him, obviously, at Leverkusen.
And part of the reason he had so much success at Bayer Leverkusen is that he had all this freedom to do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, and had very little responsibilities otherwise, other than finding the ball and spaces in which he could be dangerous. He still hasn't found those spaces at Liverpool, and to the point that Jan was making. It's almost as if he's chasing the game rather than allowing the game come to him and then him naturally get on the turn. He is best when he's on the turn, in behind the defense, the midfield line, and in front of the back line. In that space of about 10, 15 yards, when he's on the turn and driving on defenders, that's where he does his best work. And we haven't yet seen him find that space consistently, nor have we found Liverpool control the ball enough to find him in those sort of spaces. We think about Liverpool having issues in the back line. I also think that they have had issues in controlling matches through the midfield. And part of that has to do with the fact that your possession hasn't been clean enough. It was well demonstrated yesterday playing against 10 men how difficult of a time they had in keeping the ball, even playing a man up. That, I think, affects the effectiveness and the efficiency of Florian Wirtz's match and game.
He may have to find a different spot for this guy.
Yeah.
Because right now, he's not getting on the ball. That's what he was brought in to do. But from a defensive point of view, there's no question Liverpool are struggling big time. And so he might have to move him wide. And then bring McAllister and Szoboszlai and Gravenberg as your three in the middle. Because
I agree.
Right now, the back four can't defend as a unit. And if you have a more solid middle three, then it would cut in half the amount of what the back four has to do. And so until they sort it out, they can't afford to keep letting teams get at Liverpool's back line. That's why they've lost 6 goals in 3 games. So he might have to change the way they play. He might have to switch Wirtz, in my opinion, maybe to a wide area. But at the same time, Gakpo doesn't deserve to be dropped. Are you going to drop Gakpo just because you've paid 100 million for Florian Wirtz? Tough decision.